Hi everyone, I'm Sky. So you sent in your questions and now I'm going to try to answer them as best as I can. I wonder what we have this time. Jax the German Shepherd asks, which would you pick first, a floofy hug or a delicious pizza? I would hug you and then hug the delicious pizza. Marley Mange asks, what's the most memorable moment you have had within the fandom? It's gotta be this, interacting with all of you, making content and getting to meet some of you IRL. Blue Mind Developer asks, what's the secret ingredient to becoming a perfect Brit? Okay, so let me remind myself. Okay, so it says here, drive around in a Mini Cooper, eat several scones a day, drink an unforgivable amount of tea, bathe in tea, eat tea, call your friends in red telephone boxes whilst drinking tea. Huh, interesting. I don't do any of these things. Weird. Jay asks, how did you and Starlight meet? I'm actually already thinking about making a whole video on that. Did you read my mind? So keep an eye open for that video. Shelby Ravenport asks, if Sky was real, what would be the first thing you two would do together? This is one reason why I love making my Persona and Me videos. It puts us both in a room together so you can see how I cope with this pizza hug loving maniac. Natsu asks, why the name Sky? Because I fell out of the sky from birth. A stork dropped me and I fell into a pizzeria. I landed on a freshly made pizza and of course ate it immediately. Since then, I've been addicted. Blue asks, how did you join or find the furry fandom? The pizzeria I fell into was full of furries, so there was a solid starting point I guess. Danzu asks, who's your favourite YouTuber and why? There's a channel called Nintendo Collecting and he has an amazing Nintendo collection. Fun fact, he's also the inspiration for me starting my own. Noki asks, favourite NES game? It's got to be either of the Mario titles or the Zelda titles. Some of the hardest titles to complete out of the series, but still today some of the most enjoyable. Shinzo asks, what big YouTube creator do you want to meet one day? You! Sparky asks, need a hug bro? I'll never turn a hug down. Bookish Kitty asks, which level of Popular have you reached, Sky? Is it over 9,000?
It's over 9,000! 9,000?! There's no way that can be right!
Ask me in about another 6,000 subscribers time and I will say yes. Willy Wolfsky asks, what's your favourite childhood TV show? Okay, so I may be showing my age here a little bit, but I remember really enjoying the original Goosebumps series. That and the original Beyblade V-Force, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh series. Jupiter Jackalope asks, what is one of your most embarrassing memories from when you were in high school? So, I can think of one occurrence. Like most schools, our internet had a safety lock to stop people from accessing the whole web. So naturally, me and a bunch of others bypassed the school security system and were browsing on social media that day. What we didn't realise though was that our browsing history wasn't private and thus the IT technicians found out. Myself and everyone involved got a letter sent home to our family. So yeah, that sucked. Theo asks, if you was to ever commission Sky 2.0, what maker would you go with and why? I may go with Meep, the creator who made my bodysuit. But I always love hearing about fursuit makers in general, so why don't you all throw some talented artists my way and I'll check them out. Vives McCalliger asks, if you were on my superhero team, what would your superhero name be and what would your powers/weaknesses be? Probably Dominuwu or Pizza Mutt. I haven't quite decided yet, but my strengths would be hugging and delicious pizza, and my weaknesses would be hugging and delicious pizza. So I feel I'd be a major asset to your team, but only half of the time. Dino the Dutch Angel Dragon asks, best and worst Disney live action movie? Jalapeno on pizza? Honestly, I think Disney movies should only be watched through the magic of animation. You can't easily maintain that magic otherwise. I think I'd rather have jalapeno on pizza than watch live action Disney movies. Elliot Dreamer asks, may I have some of your pizza please? Of course, I'll always share my pizza with furry friends. It's just I can't be held responsible if some of it goes missing the moment the box is opened. Farfar asks, would you drink pizza flavoured coffee? Ugh, gross. Of course I would. Ferris the Rainbow Cat asks, you now have an evil twin. What do they look like and what's their personality? Wait, another one? It took me ages to tame and keep the first one under control. Cadbury by Turbo asks, have you ever thought about visiting Scotland? When I think about travelling, I always think about going further out, you know, like Spain, Italy, but we have some beautiful places on this little island and I hope to see more of it. Braisley the Beowulf asks, favourite childhood game? Pizza Boy on the Sega Mega Drive. Wait, maybe that was Paperboy actually. Damn. No wonder those pizzas tasted funny. Shirley Mint asks, what inspired you to start making videos? I just really love making them. Having great feedback from some of you when you say they've made you laugh and uplift your day means everything to me. Sinister Glitch asks, what made you want to become a furry? It's mainly because of a whole array of different things. Furry themed shows growing up, the community online, fursuiters, artists. Who wouldn't want to be part of an awesome fandom like this? Retro Fox asks, have you ever felt nervous wearing the fursuit? If I said I wasn't terrified, I would be lying. My first fursuiting experience wasn't even at a fur-con, it was at a Comic-Con, which for the most part is fine, but you'll still get the odd person who's all like, oh no, it's a furry. Captain Kine, Marcy, and Astian Husky all ask a similar question here. What's your favourite pizza topping? Probably pizza. Ab the Dragon asks, how much art have you commissioned or received of Sky? I've commissioned artists a few times for Sky artwork, but for the most part, I've actually received a ton of heckin' cute artwork from so many of you, and I keep every single one. Kari asks, green or ripe bananas? The sweeter the better in my opinion. Medj asks, what's your opinion on green beans? Where are all these green questions coming from all of a sudden? Yeah, a healthy alternative to what I prefer to eat, that's for sure. Eat your fruit and veggies. Light asks, what's the best slush flavour? Either apple or bubblegum. Or apple and bubblegum, if it exists. Jaeger7 asks, if you could have your very own pizzeria, what would you call it? Also, what toppings would be on the Sky Special? My own pizzeria? Sounds pretty bad for business. But I do know that it would have to be a chicken, bacon, mushroom, pepperoni, cheese, chili and pineapple pizza for spontaneous unpredictability. Mangy Mud asks, what is your biggest regret as a furry? Not meeting more furries sooner, because there were probably a whole lot of them in my classroom as a kid and I didn't know about it because most of us can be shy, I guess. Panthera Panther asks, what underrated furry films or TV shows would you recommend? I think some shows that don't get enough attention are older shows like Bucky O'Hare, Biker Mice from Mars, and my favourite anime of all time, Wolf's Rain. All of those are definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen them. Peach the Fox asks, if Sky has a bath in pizza, what topping would the pizza have on it? What an interesting analogy. I guess in that context, I would be the pizza topping. That's a connection to pizza even stronger than I thought possible. I might try this sometime. Rex the Skunk and Kenshi asks, what would you be if not a wolf? So many choices. Maybe a hyena. Totally not to do with any hyena characters out there. Valdrek asks, if the pizza disappeared from the face of the earth, what would you do or eat? If pizza disappeared from the whole world, maybe I'd sneak onto a rocket the next billionaire intends on launching. Fluffy Dragons Inc. and Rob Turner asks, if you can go to any point in time, where will you go and why? Wait, if I had a time machine, I could travel back before the pizza disappears from the world, thus allowing an infinite supply of pizza, thus never-ending happiness and life-preserving fulfillment. The Imaginite asks, pineapple on pizza? Yes or no? If a pizza exists, then I have no problem with it. Ty the Saber asks, what country would you like to visit next and why? I'd love to return to the US and visit different states because I have so many furry friends in America that I'd love to see. Wonder Vixen asks, who would be on your Anthro superhero team? Probably Crystal from Star Fox, Legoshi, Nick Wilde, Robin Hood, Fox McCloud, Keeper from Wolf's Rain, Rocket Raccoon, Shrek, Peppy Hare, Renamon, Lola Bunny, Slippy Toad, Rouge the Bat, Judy Hopps, Sly Raccoon, Falco Lombardi, Isabel, and Lucario. Maybe some others too. Whew, alright, there we go. I don't even know how many questions that was, but it's always nice to see what you all have to say. I really enjoy making these Q&As and I may keep them up for a while longer. I really like the chance to interact with more of you and this is a great way of doing that. So I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who sent one in. Also, a big thanks to my Patreons for everything you do in helping me keep up the work I feel so strongly about. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you all in my next video. See ya!